up, guys? Welcome to local band Smokeout. Any genre from anywhere in the entire world. I do reactions, reviews, and interviews with bands, and I want to hear your music. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're ready. Disease and Depraved in the building!
Hell yeah!
Cam, it's funny. We randomly brought up Disease and Depraved like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and my homegirl Death was like, I think they got some shit going on behind the scenes, and I was like, well, I haven't heard anything from them in a while. I feel like we should check in and see what's happening. Before you explain everything that I just asked, kindly introduce yourself. Let us know how life is good, what's going on in your world. Plug and promote anything.
Yeah, well, my name is Cameron Neely, and I'm the vocalist and lead guitarist of the band Disease and Depraved from Portland, Oregon. As for plugs, I mean, we could say plugs for the end, I guess, if you want.
No, do it now. We'll do it again at the end also.
Okay, cool. Well, we just got our merch store up at diseaseanddepraved.com. Check that shit out. We got hoodies, t-shirts, fucking hats,
Hell yeah.
fucking sweatpants, fucking whatever you want, dude. We got it all. So,
You got booty shorts for the ladies?
not yet. I'm testing them right now, like literally right now. I don't think I can show it on camera, but testing out the booty shorts before we send them to the public. So,
For sure.
yeah, bro.
So what's been going on like the last 2.5 years? Like we thought so long
Has it been
ago.
that long?
I feel like it's been like 2.5 years, give or
Probably,
take.
dude.
But what has the band been up to? I'm assuming you guys been writing like crazy, like lots of things about to be announced. What can you talk about that you won't get in trouble to talk about?
Well, I can't get in trouble for anything. Well, not anything, but you know what I mean. We're totally independent, so I can say whatever the hell I want about everything that we're releasing, or trying to release, what we're doing behind the scenes. I've been sitting on this album for like 2 years. Granted, it's not been done for 2 years, but I've been working on it for 2 years and some, to be honest. I wrote like close to 25 songs, like pretty much full-fledged songs. Only 8 of them made it onto the new record, and those 8 songs I spent refining and fine-tuning, going through with a fine-tooth comb for a good year and a half. Like, those songs have been nurtured every single day for a while now. And so the only thing left really to do for us is get our marketing budget together. And that's why we also have our website up right now, is for that reason as well, to help us fund that so we can get to the goal that we're trying to get to, and then we can start releasing everything. So that's why it's been taking so long, to be honest.
Well, guys, if you're watching this interview right now, you'll see their Instagram in the corner over there. Make sure that you follow so you can be aware of when the GoFundMe's and all that stuff goes down to help raise funds. But so you said 25 songs, but then now it's been cut down to 8. Multiple questions. Do you guys plan on remaining independent, or is this like shopping the final product when it's done? Let's just say hypothetically it becomes 10 from the 8 you have so far. Like, do you want to always remain independent? Why cut out so many of those records? Will they ever be on a deluxe? So many questions.
Right. The real answer I'd like to say in regards to the 25 songs, like, I just wanted it to be the absolute best of the best that I could personally do. Because I do write everything, pretty much everything. I do send off the message to the rest of the band mates like, hey, riffs, any ideas, like, let's go. But for some reason, they weren't interested this time around. So this record, I pretty much literally did front to back, like every single note, every detail. It was actually 100% me this time.
That's all instruments?
What's that?
Is that all instruments?
Yeah, and as far as the writing goes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So it's been like, I wanted to send out basically the best version of ourselves, you know? Um, and that's why I've just worked so hard on it. And I probably won't end up doing anything with those, other songs, to be honest. Like maybe if we can make them what we want. But basically, my rule for writing is if I don't feel 100% like, yes, fuck yes, this song right here, if I don't feel that, I feel like it doesn't deserve, to be on there. If I'm gonna stick to my word on releasing the best thing that I can, right?
Does
So
does that come with like testing these songs out live and then they're cool but they're not the one, so they're now cut from the set? Like, do you have the band learn some of those 25 that didn't make the cut, or is it just
we,
strictly just marinating on it for so long?
yeah, I mean, honestly, we worked on a few of the songs here and there, and like certain riffs and stuff like that, but not really. It wasn't really a part of the process to do that. There are two songs from the record that we've been playing live for like about a year now. So there's that. But the songs that are my favorite on the record, we have never played like together at all. They're just in the computer, basically,
They're
you know?
just they're just surprises waited to be
Yeah,
enjoyed.
exactly. And to answer your question about the potential label situation, us being independent, um, we want to stay independent, I think. The only way I'd want to join a label is if it's like really a great deal for me, like for us as far as just touring alone. If we can get on big tours with a label and we have an opportunity such as that, I would heavily consider taking it. But
Even if
um,
like percentage of masters is involved.
that's the hard part, dude. Is like it'd have to be the right deal, and because I really want to be able to hold my masters. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest thing for me. But it's a potential though, because like, what am I missing out on, right? You know what I mean? The possibilities are fucking endless if you get onto like an actual good record deal. So if I happen to stumble across one, like maybe I'll take it. But as of right now, I'm not really thinking I want to look for something like that. So
I think you're smart. The door is open if the deal is right, but obviously you don't want to do like a 51% to them regarding masters. But if
yeah,
hypothetically it was like a 80% to you, 20% to them, so the bulk is to you, but there's still a lot of touring and upfront stuff taken care of.
mm,
The door is open.
yeah, exactly.
Is there any features on the new music that maybe this person that featured on a song is like, God damn, it's been like 2 years. When is this shit gonna come out, Cam?
Yeah, honestly, no features at all. We did not do any features.
Are you open to that, or just it
Yeah,
hasn't been the right fit yet?
I'm open to it, but I wanted to like, I really want to put our foot forward as like, this is who we are. Just have the two first albums be standalone, even though the first album was like really only meant to be, it was just like something we shat out and like didn't really give a fuck about. And so,
But that's the thing. The
you know,
music is so good, even though you're saying you don't give a fuck about it. Like that's what anticipates us so and gets us so excited. Like the fact that you care so much about these particular 8 records, knowing the material we've already heard is outstanding. Like we're salivating, bro. You can't you
well,
can't
thank
just
you.
you can't just keep us hanging for too long. Please feed
Yeah,
us.
it's really I mean, it's coming really, really soon. We're
Okay.
we're closer to our marketing goal, and we're pretty much ready to go. I just want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row. Being independent, there's so much shit to do when it comes to trying to do an actual like professional album release. Right? We could do what we did last time, which was just announcing ourselves, and it was just a joke, kind of, sort of.
Mm.
Like it was like there was like one song I like actually cared about, which was Wayside Existence. The other ones were just like, all right, whatever. Let's be dumb. Let's be heavy And it was just kind of like we're seeing what would happen. You know what I mean? And so the second album was me pouring literally every ounce of my creative energy into it. Like the last album, I held back on a lot of stuff because I was like, I don't want to give this piece to this record. I felt like the record didn't deserve like certain pieces that I wanted to reserve. You know what I mean? So this time I didn't hold back on anything. I dumped everything, my best material possible into it. And so I'm just so fucking, it's a massive step up from the first album in every conceivable way. You know what I mean? The melodies are so much more fun. It's so much heavier in a lot of ways. Like it's so much heavier, more disgusting.
That's
I
what we
went
want to
all
hear.
out on the vocal performances too. You know what I mean? I taken my fucking time. So, um, yeah, dude.
What are you jamming right now? Like what influences Disease and Depraved? What influences you as a artist, a musician? Like what do you find exciting right now in the metal scene?
Mm. In the metal scene, what I find exciting, I don't know, man. I think overall, the thing that excites me the most, that's the most inspiring, is just how much bigger metal is now. You know what I mean? Like
People
how
winning
much,
Grammys, like they're performing at the Grammys.
dude, it's crazy. Yeah. Who would have ever thought that any of this would happen? Or like bands like Slaughter to Prevail would be selling out stadiums and shit. You know, like what the fuck? Like playing at giant places. Like when did we ever think this was gonna happen? Never, dude. So but I would say as far as bands, what I'm listening to, like I don't even listen to a ton of metal. Like I do, but I don't, if that makes sense. You know, it gets
Okay, well when you say that, like what would fans not expect you to be jamming that you're bumping right now? Like non-metal stuff.
not expecting me to jam. I don't know exactly, but it's pretty much the same shit. I feel like everybody fucking bumps, whether they talk about it or not, which is the early 2000s pop music, right? Like
Okay.
that shit slaps always. It's always in the Rolodex at all times. Um,
So Backstreet
Early
Boys, of
2000s
course.
rock bands, butt rock, dad rock, shit. Like I love fucking butt rock and dad rock, like Nickelback,
Yo,
all of
I
them,
keep hearing the new Nickelback. It's pretty
everything.
good, by the way.
Yeah, I mainly listen to their old stuff, but it's like I spend most of my time listening to that. And then as far as metal goes, it's more of like discovery. I'm after like it's really rare for a deathcore band or heavy band to like really do that thing to you, where you're just like, fuck. Like
Mm,
I don't feel that as much as I used to. That's what kind of got me away, but it's
I hear you
starting
on
to come
that.
back. I'm starting to really love metal again. Um, but as for bands, I mean, like I don't even it's just like there's so many over the years that I go through, and I just keep cycling through like the
Let me
old
ask you this
old
instead.
faceless.
What's the last big band concert ticket you bought?
That's a good question. Shoot, I don't want to say Shinedown. I feel like I've been to concerts after that.
'Cause I would have thought it would have been like some Maiden or something like that, but Shinedown is not what I was
Oh no,
expecting.
no. Yeah, I mean Gojira, Shinedown.
Okay, Gojira for sure.
Yeah, Gojira fucking rips. I love Gojira.
What did you think of their?
I'm about to buy a ticket, if that helps. I'm about to buy the Lorna Shore, what's the other one? Motionless in White tour package that's going around. I'm gonna go to that.
Okay,
So
that's cool.
yeah,
Do you know Mental Cruelty? You ever heard of that band?
yeah, of
Yeah,
course, yeah,
I feel like that'd be up your alley, dude.
yeah,
How do
yeah.
you warm up before a gig? Like, not just vocally, but do you any like practice sweeping backstage that you would advice wise to a smaller band as far as like just tuning up and getting ready?
Yeah, dude. My process for getting ready is a lot more intense than it used to be. I used to just go up on stage and just do it, but as I continue on, I feel like our performances there's a lot. It's just like a lot more demanding, to be especially with the new material. Like I really got to make sure I'm on top of my shit. And I recently did some damage to my false chords, so I'm good now. But like, that was a scare. And so now my vocal warm ups are pretty intense. I do the lip trills and different various warm ups to make sure all everything's functioning and working. And then I do sit and sweep. I'll do sweeps. I'll do like lots of shredding. There's a couple different exercises I really stand by, which is just like the staircase walks, stuff like that. Like a lot of just shredding. I'll also sit there and just, speed pick, tremolo pick a couple of the strings. I'll set a timer, in my head. I'll try to go for like about, you know, 2 to 3 minutes at a time of straight notes and then pull off shake it out, restart, do that for like 30 minutes. I'll do stuff like that, down picks.
You're a
So I
fucking
would
legend.
suggest that for anyone who doesn't warm up, like you got to, because it's also a big difference in your playing. Like, and sometimes you don't realize, like, you'll do the warm-ups, you'll do a big warm-up. You don't want to go too big because you'll be too tired, right? But you get that sweet spot, and next thing you know, you're on stage and you're able to actually hit and play the notes. I feel like a lot of people get on stage and their adrenaline, everything, the loud noise, all the stimulus going on makes you not as aware of how well you're playing. So,
It's good advice.
yeah.
Some fun questions on the side. You said, well, I guess this isn't a fun way to start it, but you said you on a false chord like damaged your throat. Was that? I'm assuming not something that has never happened before. How did you go about the recovery, and how do you avoid this in the future?
Yeah, well, I realized that it happened over a long period of time, actually. So that goes to what not to do or what to focus on, because it was something that had happened over a long period of time. And then there was one moment where I really noticed it. And that was there's a band here in Portland called Earth Eater. Check them the fuck out.
We know
Go
them.
to their Instagram, check out their music. They just dropped a sick album, by the way. But so we tour with that band here and there, and they recently opened for Whitechapel here in Portland, and he had me, one of the guys from Earth Theater, reach out to me to do a fill-in feature spot for vocals, and so that going on stage and doing that was the first time I stepped on stage in a few months. So that was
Without a
when I
guitar?
noticed.
How often do you
Yeah,
step on stage without a guitar?
only when I do features, really.
So it's just very rare.
Yeah. So very rare. I'm always playing our sets with a guitar and
Right.
doing the vocals. Yeah, at all times. But that's where I noticed it. As for like how to avoid it, it's always make sure you learn like the mechanics of your throat. Like that's like the biggest thing. I stayed away from it for a while because I thought it was just nerd shit, but I was wrong. I was so wrong. It's not just nerd shit. It's not just fluff. It's super real, and you want to make sure you know how the mechanics work. Then you start to understand when you're actually going too hard and when you're in the pocket properly. And I was going too hard, pushing too hard at our performances, and that's what caused the damage. So you want to catch it as soon as you can, to prevent permanent damage, which is pretty rare, but
Well,
it happens.
hopefully the fans of Whitechapel and Earth Eater, they were feeling your vibe and they were like, "This motherfucker's killing it."
Yeah, no, it felt super good, but it was just like there was a certain high part, and I was like, I noticed it felt different,
Gotcha.
and so, but yeah, hopefully it wasn't terrible, and I was actually sounding like Marge Simpson up there. That would suck.
When you say new music's coming soon, are we expecting? And I know the budget package is all being worked on, but are we thinking fallish maybe for music video single combo?
Yeah, so I'm thinking hopefully before August, actually.
Cool, excellent.
Yeah. Hopefully sometime in July. That's what we're shooting for. But based on just how much bullshit there is, and not very many of us working on it, it's a lot to handle, and so I can't promise that that'll be the case, but I'm pretty sure. I will say 85% sure we'll get it out before
I like these
this
chances.
first single. Yeah.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I like that. I like that for sure. Cam, is there anything that we did not discuss today that you wanna chit chat about before we let you go? I know it's kind of a short follow up, but we were just curious, man, how you've been living, dude, and how the band is, and just thought it'd be a fun thing to do just for a follow up.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say that like just the overall journey has been really good, and we kind of wanted to disappear for like a little bit, where there's not too much activity besides small tours, but um we're so hyped to get this shit out, and we hope that everyone pays, who at least our bigger fans who really enjoy our music will sit through and read all the lyrics to the new album. That would be awesome. It's kind of a concept album, and it'll be up for your interpretation on what you think it means, but it's like just ideas I've always had that I wanted to pour out into this record. So, and the music really is intentionally paired with all the words as they go through. So, hopefully people can realize that and get the full experience for what it truly is when it comes out. So for anyone who hears this, make sure to do that when everything comes out. But other than that, we have a tour coming up here in August. We don't have everything finalized necessarily, but keep your eyes peeled for any tours that we're going to be doing. There's one in August, and then after that, shortly after that, probably 3 months, we'll go out again. So yeah, for the shows, if they're in your area, keep an eye on our Instagram, and you'll see it there.
Without announcing anything regarding the tour, is there any California dates?
I'm actually not sure. We have a booking agent, and he takes care of everything. For
Whisper
us,
to him,
luckily.
just be like, bro,
Yeah.
SoCal, please make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah, SoCal would be cool. We played there once, but it was a fucking nightmare. It was where is it? Lawndale, I think. I believe.
Palmdale?
Lawndale
Oh, I
with
don't
an
know. That
L.
might be Northern Cali. I don't know where that is.
No, it's near LA, I believe, and it's like might be a small subsection. Here, I can fact check this for you if you like. Let me see. But
Lawndale.
anyways, it was like a disaster in terms of just like the place we played and like the people that were there. Like we had a bouncer who was like clearly super ripped up on cocaine, and that was like not the funnest.
Who you need me to
experience.
bounce, bro?
Dude,
That
and
guy?
every time this dude, every time he tried to like he like I would say something, he laughs or something. You know how people like will smack your back a little bit. Well, bro is like this big buff dude, and he was just literally throwing his hand through my back, just throwing my back out every fucking hit. I'm like, oh my god, dude, I need to get away from this fucking guy.
I
And
do have a
so,
follow-up question before I forget. So the you said it's the new album is like somewhat of a concept album. Did the
yeah,
deciphering of the 25 songs play into the fact that a lot of these didn't hit that concept, of which we're not aware what that concept is yet until we jam it? But was that a factor in why a lot of these songs didn't make it, because they didn't meet that concept?
it's definitely an interesting question. I would say no, not necessarily. It's just that they just weren't what I was looking for. But technically it's kind of true because the way I liked to place the songs in this album, strategically, it was supposed to flow a certain way. And
Gotcha.
so I guess that is true actually because there was a couple times where there'd be two songs next to each other that it just didn't match the flow I was going for. So songs were kicked out for that reason, but it wasn't all of them.
Cool. It's at Disease and Depraved on everything, I think, right? At least on Instagram.
That's true. Yep, on everything, and then of course our merch store that we just went live. Actually, it's just diseasedanddepraved.com. You just type it in anywhere, and we got some sick merch there. We've tested out the merch and made sure everything's good. So it's all ready to go. So if you want to support the band in any way, that's the best way to do it. Um, yeah.
Just like Cam said right there, buy some merch, support the band, help them get that album out. August,
Please.
possible new single. We're excited about it. Cam, this is a pleasure. Thank you, dude, for doing a follow up today. Much more fun this time around as opposed to the last time. But dude, we've
Yeah.
believed in you and your band for a long time now. So it'd be a pleasure to meet you in person at the gig where I can buy some merch in person next time you come to actual LA or the surrounding areas, not Lawndale. But dude, I feel like things are going to work out. So just keep your head straight and stay positive. And you're a real one, man. Thank you again.
Dude, thanks, bro. As always, it's a good time hanging out here. I'm sure we'll do it again in the future towards the record release, something like that,
Please.
whenever it might be. So let me know, brother. I appreciate you taking the time and having me on. So
Always. Absolutely. Disease and Depraved!
Hell yeah!
Show them some love. Please follow on Instagram. Keep your ear to the ground. Make sure you're aware when they drop that new music. Thank you again, Cam. We appreciate it.
yep. Peace.
Peace.